Kubota B2650. This is showing you where the valve is for turning up your hydraulic pressure for your loader and whatnot. It doesn't affect your transmission or anything. So essentially, it is from your back tire. It's about straight in from here. And if you go behind the tractor, you'll see your block right here. So my fingertip is on not the right part. You see the line coming in, not the right part. See below the line, you see there's a large gray bolt head right there. That's not the right part. It's almost at set inside from there. If you get just the right angle there, you see the edge of it right there. That would be the bolt. It's a like a cup-shaped bolt. You take it out and there's a coil spring in there. You put the shim on the coil spring, put the cup back in, and then recheck your pressure. So we're gonna come out. We're gonna come around here, get on a creeper. Now I do it from standing up, but just to show you where it's at. Let's see here, if I can. So it is, my fingertip is on it right there. Okay, so you see the standing out further, you see that larger one that we saw from back there, and then the real short one is my fingertip is covering part of it right there. That's the pressure relief valve right there. Now to me it's harder to get at from here than it is to use a 4-inch extension and just come in from the back of the tractor. You can reach right in with the extension and take it right off and put it right back on. You're going to make a mess when you take that valve. You are going to lose some fluid when you pull that valve cap, so just be ready for that. I mean, it looks like a big mess right here, but it didn't register on the dipstick that I've lost any fluid, so we're still good with that. I used the ready-made B expanded valve kit here. Let's see here. So here's the kit from B expanded. It comes with the factory quick disconnect for the BXs and B series, might fit Ls, I don't know. Kubota does sell a bunch of factory shims. So these right here, these are the 0.2s. There's your Kubota part number. So you have right here, these are your 0.1s. And you can pause the video and write that down. That's your part number from Kubota. And let's see, 0.2. Okay, there's your 0.4 Kubota part number right there. Now I believe you could buy them from B Expanded also. You're going to want to have some sort of a light. I like these Harbor Freight lights, they work well. These magnetic ones from Harbor Freight that you get for free, they work well. You're going to need a ratchet, a 4-inch extension like I said, and you're going to need a 22 millimeter. Doesn't need to be an impact by any means, but I do like using a 6-point if I can, and there's no reason not to use a 6-point on this. So you need your 22 millimeter 4-inch extension and ratchet. If you want to mic what you have in there, you can use an old school mic like this, or if you want to grab one of them digital ones that reads in metric, you always have that as an option. You see there's one up here. I don't know where that came from. It's probably Harbor Freight or somewhere. But the job should take you 10 to 15 minutes beginning to end. What you do is on your B2650, you come over here, you have your 4 lines running up for your loader. Top line right here, you take your quick disconnect off right here. Take this line off, put the gauge on face up so that you can see it. Then you're going to start your tractor. You're going to run your RPMs up to 2500 on your tack. You're going to have, with the gauge in that position, you're going to take your loader control valve and you're going to push straight forward as if you're trying to lift the front tires of your tractor off the ground. As you're doing that, you'll be looking down here at your gauge to read what the pressure is. If your pressure is below the factory recommended range, which is right here, 2400 to 2450. You see right here, number 2. Number 2 is your shim. The shim does go on the outside or inside this cap, right? So when you take the cap out, this is the spring right here. So you'll lift the spring out, and you'll put an additional shim. You probably have 3, 4, 5 shims in there from the factory. You're going to add a shim spacer in where the number 2 is. Put the coil spring back into this cup and put the cup back into place. Then you're going to restart, run back to 2500 RPM, 24 to 2450, whatever. It doesn't really make a difference. Check your pressure. Where we at? 2500. Yeah, is what they say. But it doesn't make a difference. You can rev it to the moon. You could not, and it's pretty much the same. But so I set mine at 2650. And here's the side view. So there was the big gray plug up there, but you see the number 1 here. Number 1 is the inset bottom one. It's at about the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock position. If you were to take your tire off, you see number 1 come down here. Number 1. This is the relief valve, and in it is the shim. So number 1 is the relief valve, and number 2 is the shim. Okay, that's all there is to it. It shouldn't take you but 10 minutes or so. All right, have fun. Enjoy your B2650.